All right, so keeping with our Minuteman thing, we're going to talk about a budget-friendly rifle that's duty grade. And that's what I picked up here, which is the Bushmaster XM15E2S. This is before they were bought out by Ruger. So as you can see, it's still still produced in the Wyndham Armory. It's got a single point sling, which I'm not a fan of. You'll notice here in a second. Cut. We're going to see here, for protective reasons, I've covered up the serial number, is we're going to know that, as you can see, with it being a law enforcement trade-in rifle, it's got buckle rash, but it was built by Bushmaster in Wyndham. This is going to tell you that it's pre-buyout. Also, this could be a ban era, meaning that in this configuration with the telescoping stock, you know, M4 style stock, the flash suppressor on the front, which is pretty awesome, I might add. You know, all of these features, even with the bayonet lug here, it could have been, you know, not purchasable by a normal civilian and law enforcement only. Usually they will have information here saying for government or law enforcement only, and government agencies bought this. I mean, these and Colts were synonymous through the 80s and 90s. I mean, everybody, whenever they wanted a ready-to-go, put-together AR-15, they went to Colt or Bushmaster. I've not oiled it or anything. This is the way it came to me from guns.com. I seen it on Mr. Guns and Gear, and Risky Krisky had shared it, and I thought, man, for the price, it's worth picking up. And I mean, it was a police officer or a police rifle. It's a law enforcement trade-in, and it's got a Surefire handguard. It's got the nice Surefire light. Yeah, it's older incandescent bulb, but I played around with it at night, and it's still, I mean, it's still going to do work. It's still going to get you probably 50 to 70 yards of illumination. And usually at night, you're probably not going to be running that much. So let's test fire. And again, this is dry, no oil, haven't even cleaned it. It had a little dirt in it, but a lot of these rifles are not even fired that much, just fired for qual. So let's see how she does. There we go. I just had a few rounds in that mag. She ran pretty good. So let's test her out and see how she'll do. Is that how Grand Thumb does it? Wait, hold on. We want to thank our channel sponsor today, our ammunition sponsor for our Minuteman rifle. You know, we got to feed these kids, and our channel sponsor, ammo sponsor, sorry, is me. It's me. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I feed these kids. They got to eat, so we got to feed them. So if anybody wants to sponsor the channel with ammo, you know where to find me. All right, let's see how we did. Now, I've not sighted this in. This is exactly the way I've gotten it. This is the first time I've shot it. So as you can see, it's not a IPSA or whatever style target, but it is still small. And you can see we hit all through here. So it looks like I went over just one. So one delta or whatever you want to say, one delta. Either way, we were on target. And if you want to pan out and show, I mean, that was probably a 75-yard dash, if not 100. That we dashed, come up, stopped, put rounds down range, moved, put rounds down range, had to perform a reload. It's been a while since I've done rifle drills. I've been mostly drilling with my handgun lately. And I mean, it's good to go. Again, I've not put hundreds and hundreds of rounds through it yet, but this is a perfect beginner. It shows you that you don't need a red dot. You can run irons, because if I can do this shit, you can do this shit. It's that simple. I mean, you don't need a fancy gun with an LPVO or a aim point or EOTech or even, you know, a prism like an ACOG or a primary arms prism. Even though I have those, you want to start with the basics as a Minuteman. You want to start with the basics. Just get a rifle, get a good rifle, put a light on it so you can use it at night, because we all can't afford nods. And run drills just like I did here with it. Get out here and drill. So we'll try another one here. Side note, you're going to see me holding the rifle when I run. This is why I hate single point slings. I don't want to be it back here dangling, and if I have it in front of me, it's going to bang me in the dick. I mean, I guess Navy SEALs like getting hit in the dick. I don't know. But when you see me, you're going to see me running, holding the rifle, because I don't want to get hit in the dick. Really need a dump pouch. A little out of breath, working on it. Gotta get that cardio up, bro. So here we are. So we're getting on red there as we're winded and the heart rate's up. So I'm happy with this. I'm not out here evaluating myself. But as far as this rifle goes, with irons, the way it came, and the best part, this thing was 600 bucks to my FFL. That's shipping and everything. There are deals out there on duty grade rifles. You don't need a Daniel Defense or any of that. You can run drills with them like I do if you have space. Try to get a buddy that has space. Get out here and do things like this. Get your heart rate up. I'm at 144 beats per minute running that, and still able to maintain accuracy. We were off right here and there, but for the rounds that we put down, we got them on target. So if you want to pan out that way, so if we were engaging a target like that, we know that we would be able to. I'm no fit specimen. I'm muscle heavy. I'm a heavier dude. I lift weights. I'm not a fast runner. I can't run for miles and miles, but doing things like this in this heat here in Georgia will help you. You'll get better. Set aside a day once every week, every 2 weeks. Find a place you can run. If you can't do live fire, you can do dry fire. You can do it in your yard. Run around and practice acquiring the targets. Get an airsoft gun that weighs the same. Do it in your kit. Run your yard and engage your targets. Closing thoughts on this rifle, on the Bushmaster XM15. Who would this rifle be for? In my opinion, it would be for the beginner or somebody wanting a buddy gun, truck gun, family member gun, something along the lines of that. I've actually been keeping this as my nightstand gun since I went to the range and ran some rounds through it. And it's a great beginner platform or something like that where you don't have an optic already set up on it that is geared towards your body mechanics, your eye relief and whatnot. It's something that with these irons, anybody can pick up and go to town. They're not going to be tech driver marksmen, but they're going to be combat effective if something's going on. If something's going down in your neck of the woods, you can throw this to your buddy and they can have a duty grade weapon. That being said, if you're a beginner, if you're just getting into this, you can't beat a law enforcement trade-in rifle. They're evaluated, they're going to be duty grade. They were used for duty. And getting something with the packages like this Surefire setup is a plus. Now, I don't like the single point sling. You've seen that earlier in the video, and that'll be changed out to a full sling, you know, running it Ranger style. But either way, this is great to get into it. This is a rifle that you can buy. You can upgrade if you feel the need along the way. But with the carry handle setup, you can learn your irons. You can get a basic understanding of shooting the rifle and targeting with the rifle and move on and grow from there. You know, I wouldn't hesitate to do a class with this. I wouldn't hesitate to put it up against anything. Yeah, it may not be a sub MOA shooter with the iron sights, but as you've seen, being winded, still able to put rounds down range with it. So you definitely need to watch the secondhand market. We can't all have Gucci gear guns, you know, with crazy expensive rails that cost as much as this rifle. You know, one day you may drive to have that, but this is going to be something that will get the job done. You know, it's going to be perfect for that beginner, perfect as a family member, or even teaching somebody how to shoot. Just something to throw in the safe. And the A2 setup here with the carry handle, it's becoming a big nostalgic thing, and it's kind of coming back around to being in vogue and whatnot. And that's something I plan on doing, is maybe getting an ACOG or an aim point with the rail and keeping the carry handle and running on here. Could happen in the future, but I really like this gun. I really do. It's a great shooting gun. It's not over gas. It's pretty simple. Yeah, I can't get out as far on it as I'm used to on my other rifles, but it's good. It's good to go. So definitely keep an eye out. I've seen these on different sites where you can buy law enforcement trade-in weapons. You have to be quick on the draw and you have to be ready to buy. I've seen them as low as 450 bucks. So you're going to get a duty grade weapon that is, yes, used, but it's cheaper than a saber, cheaper than you can build one. And this is coming from a guy that builds them. It's hard to build a reliable rifle that's ready to go out of the box for 600 bucks. It's not impossible, but it is very hard. And to get a light that still goes for over 200 bucks on eBay secondhand on top of that, I mean, the value is just immense with this setup. So here we have it, the Bushmaster XM15 E2S. Definitely a buy, definitely something you want to watch out for. All right, y'all, I have nothing left for you. Remember, resistance to tyranny is obedience to God. XXL Dude out. Safety feels good. Run it one more time. Man, I don't know what it is about this safety, but it feels really good. All right, you say go, and then I'll go. Start. When's the last time you seen one of these? This is a Springfield XD-M in 40 caliber. It holds 16 rounds of 40 caliber. A lot of people thumb their nose at it. This is a law enforcement trade-in. It's got Trijicon night sights on it. You can see them right there. I don't know if you can zoom into that or not, but Trijicon night sights on here. XD-M, 4.5-inch barrel. I hated the way these guns look, but on one, I picked this thing up 300 bucks to my door. We'll do a review on it. But this is a law enforcement trade-in combo for your Minuteman kit. This is a surplus U.S. Army TAPS vest right here that can run, I think it can run 8 mags total, but you may want your radio here or here if you're a lefty, left-handed, not leftist. But this gun runs really well. This is the second time I've taken it out. I've not lubed it or anything, so able to drill. And it's the X Gear kit, so it came with the holster. I'm not the biggest fan of the holster, but as far as this goes, this Bushmaster, and that's an awesome combo. All right, get this mic situated. I don't know, I read in a thing that showing a little more chest, women find that more in a pole, they find that more attractive, so maybe we can bring some women to the channel. What do you think? Huh? All right.